Frequency Control Show, episode Who Knows? Kill count them.
There's a
It's a
lot of them.
lot, yeah. And there's gonna be a lot more snippets, a lot more stuff coming out. Will's working on a lot of stuff.
Daily takeoff checklist in the link.
We're gonna have the daily checkoff sheet in the link. You'll enter your email, so we can email that to you. Um, it's awesome. I just signed up for it today. I've seen rough versions of it. Didn't know what, for sure it was done, so I didn't really read into it too much. But today I had that link, got into it. We'll have that in the description. We'll also have Will's link tree in there as well, which will take you to a few other things like what shirt, valuable apparel company, which is kind of like reminders of things you need to believe in. You know, you need that pick me up for the day, and something where you just look down at your shirt. There'll be new versions where you get to look inside your shirt, sleeve, and be able to go, "Hey,
Let's
you."
not reveal. Let's not reveal that
Oh,
yet.
okay. It'd be like, I'm gonna tell you one little snippet. It'll be like you look in your shirt and be like,
And
man, you got this. And so you go into your job, you go into your job interview, and you're like, damn, man, I got this. Okay, things that just like are things. So you're gonna get a lot of those kinds of things with the apparel.
we're
Uh,
gonna edit it out.
that was my idea anyway. So fuck it. So that was my idea. So I don't give a shit. So
Hey, there's
that
no fucking. I
hey,
wanted to do this for years.
the inside of the shirt thing was my idea. We talked about it a long time ago. So don't even play. You got
No,
this. You got this. Like you look in your shirt, you go in for an
I'm
interview,
the
and
one
it's like
that made it up.
you
Period.
made up the concept, and then I gave that idea. But whatever, you can have it. I don't give a shit. So the bottom line is, there's a daily checkoff sheet. You'll see the link in the description. That'll take you to your like morning blast, things that are going to help you start off your day. Again, what shirt company, which is going to be a lot of like affirmations and stuff in the form of
Feel
apparel.
good now. Think you can or think you can't. Both are true.
Right. So
Attitude is right. The facts don't count. Just shirts that remind you to think
affirmations. So you're gonna get daily affirmations from your shirt, from your
positive.
clothing. Positive reinforcement from a clothing. So there's a lot of things to come. You're gonna see a link tree thing in there. You're also gonna see that daily checkoff sheet, which is gonna be direct value, things that'll help you start your day and really kind of like set you up for success. So that's done now, which is pretty damn cool. That'll be in your daily checkoff. I mean, I noticed myself doing it. I'll just talk about the daily checkoff for a second, because I find myself every day. I know of the daily checkoff. I've known it for a couple years now, and I find myself like, fuck this. I'm an action guy, right? So I get up like this morning and I'm like, I'm getting up. I'm going to go fucking crack. I'm going to get this done, this done, this done. And when I start my day like that, it really fucks my day up. I'm like, I'm so focused. I'm going to tear it up today. But it's like, no, I need to start out with like a blast, like telling myself what I've fucking done so well, where I've already achieved, where I've gotten to, how awesome I've done, where I'm at, and the great things I've done, and these things of what I can do, and my and like my abilities, and really like pump me up, and then take on that. Instead, I would rather start out my day, look at a fucking message, an email that's negative, and then that steers my whole day, as opposed to have my day shored up and a little force field around me saying, no, you're already dope. So any dumb negative comes at you, for instance, I start off my day going, you know what, you're going to get up, you're going to do this shipping for my business and this and that. And I start that and I'm like, that's right, I'm getting shit done. And then all of a sudden my wife wakes up and she watches the news, and there's about a fucking tow truck guy who's changing a tire. A car pins him in between it because he's changing a tire on the side of the road and cuts his fucking leg off. And I'm like fucking upset the rest of the day because I just fucking, something about amputations just fucks me up. Like it's just like my weird thing. And it ruined my whole day. It ruined my whole fucking day because I hadn't set my day up correctly. So a great tool is your daily checkoff sheet, which has the morning blast and a few other things into it. Know the score. I think that's in there. Uh, there's
Add
12,
to the
12 to 16 pages, something shit like that. Like so, there's a
or
lot of information. You know, That's going to be in the description. So you guys will be able to check that out. Just put in your email. We'll email it to you. You guys will get that stuff. A lot of things you can tell we're just leveling up and kind of getting a little bit more
So
ramped
much more coming.
ramped up for value. You'll start seeing snippets. I know not everybody has 2 hours to watch a video. So, and Will and I recognize that. So we decided that we're going to chop up some of these old videos and just kind of give you like specific things you might need that are pinpointed to your current need, your current thing you need to hear right now. You'll be able to search that one topic, hit it, get that 3 minute dose of information or 1 minute dose, whatever it is, immediately get it, and then not have to be like, I got to watch an hour to figure out the one thing I need. So we're working on that right now. Will's been hammering down on that, and we'll get those out to you. It's about 360 videos, so you'll see that stuff coming very soon. So, and a lot of that will be derived from the old stuff. Won't be as polished as what you see now. Will's got candles, a new mic, a great background setup. He's all set up. I got a little bit better lighting. It's only going to get better, but the content was always great. So we're going to be pulling from a lot of that stuff. I will put a couple things up. Follow us on Frequency Control Show on Instagram. So it'll probably be at Frequency Control Show on Instagram, and he's starting to put snippets up there, so you'll be able to see like very specific snippets. One was just about like harmonizing your actions with what your goals and dreams are, and things of that nature. So a lot of great stuff happening. Today's podcast is going to be it's dubbed Action Jackson, mainly because Will's last name's Jackson. And we used to call him Action Jackson. So Action Jackson, basically taking action whenever you don't believe. It's hard to believe in something large and massive, and a lot of what helps you believe you can get there is taking a little bit more action towards that thing. So say your goal was to, or your dream was to become the best car salesman on earth. Take a little action, become and get a car salesman job. Once you get that car salesman job, work towards that. Take some more training classes. Buy, Spin Selling, which is one of the best books you can buy on selling in the world. And get that book, read it. And the more you do towards what you're doing, harmonizing your actions with whatever your dream is, the more your belief system goes up. So there's something to be said about taking action to help your belief system go up. And then I'll let Will kind of take that on. I know he's kind of wearing two hats right now, trying to work his the new Instagram. So guys, check us out on Instagram. Again, Frequency Control Show on Instagram. A lot of good stuff coming up on there.
Go live and have people watch it.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff. So right now you're seeing us juggle a little bit, just trying to level up a little.
So, yeah, we're just talking about believing in yourself, and Robert want to talk about, sometimes you can't actually believe in yourself, and well, fortunately for myself, that's just not a sentence I can talk about, because there isn't an instance that I don't ever believe in myself. I don't have that trait, that I don't believe in myself. If I say, I'm going to get $1 million, I know for a fact I'm going to get it. I have zero idea how. I have more problems with following through on decisions, starting new things, thinking that new thing would get me quicker, and not putting enough time into doing the right things consistently and long enough. But what we really want to get into is, if it's challenging for you to believe in the bigger some of the bigger things. Like if you can't believe that you can make $1 million, I have an exercise for you to elevate your dreams. But we're trying to talk about just taking action anyways, even if you don't believe in yourself. Because once you start taking action, let's say you want $1 million, if you just start taking some sort of action, whatever it is, your main game. This is why you need this daily takeoff checklist, because your main game could be, your next goal, right? Could be $1 million, and then your next logical hustles is your action steps to get you there. Even though you only need to know enough of the how, be able to see enough of the how of what you can do, and then you have no idea what God and the universe or whatever you believe in. For this episode, we're gonna say God. um, Let God and the universe bring in your life as well. um, what'll what'll get you there also. But the key is taking action. And now, I've always believed in myself, right? And I know I can. But my issues, I have more challenging times just following through on something, because I have unlimited amount of ideas how I could get there. I mean, there's stuff way beyond this podcast that I just want to think about, but I can't think about that, because I have to do the things that I know can get me there. The closest things, the things I'm already good at, the things I'm already started doing. And after taking this action, I'll tell you what, now the things that I want it's a lot more exciting, because I can see it better. It's different when you clearly define what you want, but you're not taking the correct action, or more actually, for myself, it's not doing the right things. When I'm not doing the right things, and then I go and I am dealing with the everyone else's normal world, like the normal job, I don't feel as confident that I'm going to get out of there. Now, after recently, clearly defining what I want, and then jumping back on the path of what I've already started, and really just pushing the action steps for that. Now I'm walking around like, you're not going to see me for very much longer, because I have the energy of taking massive action behind me, while I am spending my time in the real world with everybody else. And I don't even like to say real world, the normal world. I don't even like saying normal world. Everyone else is normal. Because I have to play around everyone else's normal for a while till I get to where it's my normal. But yes, the we're trying to talk about not believing in yourself, taking action. Robert would kind of break this down a little better, because he he has issues about not believing in himself, and I don't have those issues.
I'll talk about that, because it's like, it's one thing to believe that you can be a millionaire yet never do shit to become a millionaire. So it's like great to have a great belief, but if your actions don't harmonize with your behaviors, it's like saying a great idea. I'm going to make a song one day every day of the year. It's be 365 days, and then not make even one a fucking song. And then wonder how come you never became famous. It's like, well, your goal was based on you actually making a song fucking every day for 365 days, yet you made zero. So that's probably why that didn't happen, because you believed in yourself more than anybody could possibly believe in themselves, yet your actions don't harmonize with your belief. So there's two sides to that. That's a whole nother scenario. What not, you don't follow through with any of the shit you're saying you're gonna do. For me, it's like, if I had that idea and then I just like, fuck, I don't believe that could happen, I mean, I believe it, like, but you know how you have that. I believe in myself first of all, but you know, if you're a human being, you have this small, like, second guessing of yourself in your heart where you're like, but do I deserve it? Do I believe it? Whatever that thing is, there's a thing that tells you that, man, I might not, like, I don't know if I'm really going to be able to do this. And for me, it's like, say my goal was I'm going to be famous because I'm going to do a fucking uh, song and release a song every day of the year, 365. And for me, it would be recording a song for the next 15, 20 days that would maybe go, fuck, I'm following through, I'm doing it, I really believe I'm going to be able to do it 365, and I know damn well if I do it 365 that means I mean, it's undeniable I would fucking be famous if I did that. No shit, that was a good plan, and I actually followed through that plan, and by doing these 15 days of videos proves that I can follow that regimen of work and action, meaning I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to fucking blow up. That in itself. Whereas if you don't do that, you kind of have this like weird second guessing yourself in your heart when you say, I'm going to be a millionaire. And then in your heart, you're like, I feel like I'm lying. You follow through with what you said you were going to do. A lot of times it feels like you're not lying anymore. And you start to believe in yourself because you took some of that action. Whereas a lot of people, again, you can believe in yourself 1,000% and then not do shit about it, but you get this great belief system, and it's like, but you didn't do any of the fucking shit. You said, man, you know what? I'm gonna do a song every day for 365 days, and then you drop 0 songs for the next 5 years, and then wonder why the fuck it didn't ever happen. But yet you have this great belief system. You got to have both. You got to have a great belief system, and then you got to have action. What I'm trying to say is when you have those lofty dreams that make you feel like they're almost so big you can't believe in them, you got to take some action. And some of the action paints more of the picture for yourself to help you believe a little bit more in that process. If you take no action, it's harder to believe that that could even happen. For instance, I got hit up by Busta Rhymes this week. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And it was like, it was for the first time when he said, what's your budget? What do you got going on with music right now? That I believed, like, man, I've been working my ass off. So I felt like whatever he has to throw at me, I'm ready. I've got this shit going on right now. I just got a call from Snoop Dogg's uncles. That was why I was kind of late on this podcast. Was like literally hit me up with the Snoop Dogg shit. And I was like, man, I'm ready. I just worked today, or actually yesterday, on one of your songs. Almost have it completely ready to be put out and done for Snoop to rap on. Like, just working consistently helps raise my belief system, raise my, as simple as that, belief system, and it raises my belief. And I'm like, man, I'm doing what harmonizes with what I'm dreaming, as opposed to having great belief system, laying on the couch watching Netflix, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to turn into a dragon and fly across the moon because I believe it. And it's like, well, you can believe that all fucking day, but until you start trying to fly off the roof and shit, I don't know how the fuck that's going to happen. And if that works for you, man, then I mean, find me 10 people in the world who just sat there and yanked their dick and said some magical way by believing they got there. No. Then they're hiding the fact that they spent eye-bleeding hours on getting there. You know, oh, the 16-hour days didn't have anything to do with it? No, it was my belief system. And it's like, well, your belief system helped you get to the 16 hours a day. I get that it was definitely the first part of that system, but you had to fucking follow through with what you're doing. So for the people out there that don't have a great belief system and don't, and sometimes feel like I don't believe it, what has helped me, who I believe in myself, or I wouldn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and fucking spent ass tons of time on this shit for the last 20 some odd years. Like, when you have those doubts in yourself, it's not that I don't believe in myself. It's there's this When you doubt, it's a little bit of like, man, it's so lofty to be a billionaire when you're like barely fucking getting check to check. It's hard to believe you're getting billions when your reality is check to check. And some people, you're not even getting check to check. And so to help raise my belief system, it's like I keep going towards what I'm going for. So if my goal is to get to whatever it is, it's like, say I want to drop 10 beats, and I think those 10 beats will make me $1 million, and 10 beats drop to Drake. Well, it's doing 5 of the 10 beats and getting them done that helps me believe a lot more that I will have it done, as opposed to sitting around praying that I'm gonna fucking make it on a Drake album. Yet all I've done is watched 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. So that's what I'm saying is the more action you take, the easier it is to believe in some of those wild, what people consider pipe dreams. And so taking action helps raise your belief system, and I know that for a fact. So, you can have the best fucking belief system. I don't struggle with belief. And it's like, okay, does that help you get there any faster? Not necessarily. You still have to take that action, because if your belief system is based on, I have a plan, we're going to be famous, what we'll do is we'll do 365 songs this year, and you do no songs, but you have the best belief system, your plan is shit. It's like saying, I'm Tom Brady and I believe we're going to hit fucking 10 touchdowns this game, but yet, get this, I'm not going to throw one pass. Well, he didn't take one action and didn't throw one pass. How the fuck's he going to throw 10 touchdowns? Right? How do you get 10 touchdowns, passing touchdowns, but you didn't throw the ball? He's got to once he hits 2 or 3 touchdowns with his passes, he starts to believe, I think I'm going to be able to get to 10. It's second quarter and I already hit 4. I might have a great second half, right? It helps him believe that. But if you're over here like, yeah, the way we'll win this game is I think these guys are good at stopping the run. If I hit, 10 touchdown passes, I think we can beat the Colts. Well, but you don't think you need to throw any touchdown passes, but you're like, my belief system's fucking in order. There's something to be said about taking that action and that helping you believe bigger and believe that you can actually achieve something. So for me, that's massive. So for all the rest of us people in the world who do have doubts and aren't as strong as William Jackson over here with this great I believe in everything I'm going to do shit, for the normal people out there who do doubt themselves, take some action. Take some action towards what you want to do, whatever aligns with whatever it is you're doing and what adds value and helps you get traction on whatever you're doing. Take that action, and that will help you believe in whatever it is you're doing more. If you want to become a photographer, yet you don't own a fucking camera, go buy the camera. That might help you believe you become a photographer. So for you people, it could just be small actions, but whenever you don't believe in yourself in a certain scenario, take some action towards it. It'll help raise your belief and help you maybe take that next logical step. It's massive.
Taking action is massive. And here's a gem too from our training is when you make a decision. And what does making a decision mean? When you 100% can clearly define what you don't want, and then you're at the point that you can turn your back on that and focus on what you do want. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you make the decision, I'm going to do it, that's it, period. You have up to 48 hours to take some sort of action, or the thought, the energy you're sending out, the frequencies you're sending out from your thoughts, they die. They lose their power. So you have And that doesn't mean you wait 48 hours and sit back. That's not what successful winners do. They take immediate action. We talked about this last episode. They're probably going to talk about it everyone thus forward because that's what we're doing. Uh, now I forgot what I was on, but you have 48 hours to take some sort of action or the energy from your thought dies. The energy, the frequencies you're sending out, they don't sustain the energy they need to be able to draw back to you what it is you want. So it's extremely important, taking immediate action. Are you watching it? So is it horrible? So
It's perfect, but point it at your big screen because you can't see that little screen.
oh, it's not at the big screen. That is the
No, it's not. I'll tell you when it is right now.
need to be able to draw back to you what it is you want.
Hold
Hey, we're learning.
on. Hey, we're doing two things at once.
That is the big screen. Are you watching it?
Well,
So is it horrible? So yeah, so man, this is awesome. We're going live. Welcome to those of you who tuned in.
It's not. I'll tell you when it is right now.
Nope, but that's okay.
Hey,
We're learning. That's okay.
we're doing two things at once.
That is the big screen. So welcome to our live stream. We're trying to get people, man. We could just. I mean, I know we're trying to stay on topic, but we're really trying to touch people with this information. That's okay. This is extremely important stuff that we're talking about.
Point it up a little bit.
Live stream. We're trying to get people.
Yeah, we're just trying to get everybody on Instagram to kind of be able to get it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm thinking, what do I got on there? Anyways,
There we go.
you guys need to tune in. Frequency Control Show. So,
Yay!
all right, we're gonna see how that looks and be like, yeah, we need to continue that or
It's
no.
all over the place. But like I think the best bet would be for maybe I go on Instagram Live and you go Instagram Live at the same time we're doing this.
My iPad and watch it so I can watch what I'm doing. Matter of fact, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll both start, guys. We'll start both going to Instagram Live, have our phones set up at the same time, do a live while we have the cameras and shit pointing at us. So you'll get two shows at one time. So no matter what, if you're on YouTube or you're on Instagram, you're gonna get that shit, And that'll be easy. It's just our phones. I hit Will up Instagram, and then he hits me back, and we both are live with the little shit like he's got set up right there, pointed at his own face. I pointed at mine. It'll be a totally different vibe, and you'll get the same info.
Yeah, see, this is gonna grow.
It's gonna get better.
See, doing the right things consistently long enough. It's already growing.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
We have 0 people watching but us, and we is still over. It's been almost a year now.
No, it's growing, Will. So we've got a lot more new subscribers that are like are hitting it up. We need to get all the people from the other spots over here, but like it's growing. So like this one's growing a little bit faster. And the more we do the Instagram thing, I think a lot more people are gonna see it, And all we have to add is value. So it's gonna grow. It's gonna get crazy. And if you're one of the first, you just get good information because we're not playing. We're not trying to like fluff anything. I mean, even if Will says something that doesn't agree with me, I'm gonna check him. And if I say something that doesn't agree with him, he'll check me right on live screen. Like it don't matter. Like
Yeah, for the record, that 365 days he's talking about, we did 60 days.
which is minus 305. So
90 days before everything went to crap.
But we didn't hear 60 songs. So my thing is,
They are on YouTube.
60 songs are released.
All 60 of
Oh,
them.
that's dope. So that's not 365 though.
No, it
So
was
so again, if you have a goal to achieve something, at least hit 50% of that goal. So my thing is, the bottom line is, more action, the closer you'll get to whatever that is.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit. I'll tell you what, taking not just be do I was taking action, but it wasn't on the right things. I taken all kinds of action trying to get this other thing going, and we consumed at 6 a.m. mindset training and all my time hitting people up, but I wasn't really enjoying any of it but the mindset stuff, because that's what I'm into. And I jumped away from this daily takeoff checklist thinking this might get me there quicker, because it's being drawn in and I might have to jump on it. But, I learned from that, because that opportunity that came was just proof to me that I'm already doing the right thing, and it's backing that up. Not stop what I was doing, but showing me that you are, because everything I liked about it is what I was already excited about doing before I came. So it's really about doing the right things. And what are the right things? How do you feel when you're doing it? Now that I'm doing the right things, it feels amazing. And I'll tell you what, I'm having way bigger pictures of what we could be doing and where this could be going, and more things that I could be.
The more action you've taken, the more your belief starts to broaden, and you start going, "Fuck! Now that we've done this, there's so much more we could do." Oh shit!
Realize how big. Oh my god, the shit that I was doing a year ago, or wanted to do a year ago, before we had all the content. Now it's like, now I realize why I was thinking about some of the things some comedy things I wanted to create, little clips. And now here we are with the years with material, making clips and stuff like that, and feel amazing while I'm doing it. So it's doing the right things, because doing the wrong things, you're not going to be doing them long enough. You're not going to be able to see the dream, because it's not the right things. And yeah, you're not going to feel that great about yourself. Like, man, I still feel stuck. I still feel, stuck, because this is going to take a long time too, but it's not even, I'm not even enjoying doing it.
Even doing the wrong things long enough will get you set on the right track. Do something long enough. Even the wrong things will help direct you on the right path. Because if it's the wrong thing, you'll realize it's the wrong thing, and you'll be closer to the right track.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, well, yeah, do action, period.
Or don't do anything and then go, I wonder what the path is. Like, just do something.
Or keep waiting for something to show up. But you have to.
Wait for something to show up, and guess what? You might be 90 and die. So the bottom line is, keep waiting, and guess what waiting does for you? Your death will come to you.
So yeah, don't wait then. Like you
Never
said.
wait. Do the wrong thing. Go fuck up, go fail, and then eventually you'll get to the right thing, because now you'll know what you don't want, and you'll be able to find out what you do want, because you will, that didn't resonate with me. I need to do
Feeling bad is extremely amazing tool, because if there's two emotions, man, you feel good or you feel bad. If you feel bad, you're doing the wrong things.
And now you have more information, more data. Now you know, hey, this doesn't make me feel good. I know this isn't what I want, and the only other feeling is this. So now you're on track. If you're on the wrong track and you realize you're on the wrong track, you're going to be able to get on the right track much faster. But you got to get on a track.
You might not even realize you're doing the wrong things until it clicks.
Just go do the wrong thing. Just go do something, because you could be paralyzed by sitting there trying to analyze a situation. And don't, again, paralysis by analysis. Do not sit there and analyze a situation too long. Jump, do, fuck it up, and then guess what? Once you fuck it up, you have more information. You can make a more informed decision on where you need to go and how you need to pivot. Without that information, you can't just magically step through life making perfect decisions the whole time. It just doesn't work that way. Go fuck it up. Nobody gets there perfectly and cleanly. No, it's not how it works, bro.
I agree. I've taken plenty of steps thinking I was doing the right things, and they felt good, and it didn't work out. But there's a reason why it didn't work out, because leading to what's actually currently happening right now. There's no such thing as bad decisions. You just make a decision. There's no such thing as bad decisions, because you make a decision, and if it leads to what you don't want, pop a fucking bottle, because now you're going to be able to clearly define what you do want and focus on that, and you'll change it at that moment.
Fucking up is clarity, because now it weeds out what you didn't want. You're like, oh, I thought that was a flower growing in my garden, and then when it grew long enough, I realized it was a weed. Well, now it's clear that that's a weed. Pull that bitch. And you can now see what the flower is. You have more clarity. The more fuck ups you have, the more clarity you have, because you now are specifically deciding that that's wrong. Now you're very fucking acutely aware of what's right, meaning you have a better, more pinpoint way to go. And when you can pinpoint your energy to one thing, man, your energy is that much more powerful. Whereas a broad form of energy is a bunch of weakness. But if you can pinpoint it down to one fucking acute spot, you're that much more powerful. So it's massively important to go fuck up, because once you do that, you go, man, that's definitely not the way. And now you're more sure and more confident of the next choice you make, because you go, well, this isn't that, and this is this, and this is definitely aligned with what I want. I now know what I don't want, meaning you can clearly define what you do want. So it's imperative to go fuck up. That's why I don't think anybody should not go do something. Go fuck it up. Go fuck up. And what the problem young people want is they are thinking that they're gonna make the correct decision and just fucking navigate life like fucking some exact fucking science. And it is not that. It is not an exact science. You are not going to make the right decisions. You're going to fuck up a few times, if not all the time. So the bottom line is, go fuck up and help guide yourself in the right direction. Your screw ups are going to be helping your navigation to understand, ooh, that's a rock. Ooh, that's a fucking bridge, and I might fall off of it. You have to do that, because you're not going to just jaunt through life like, oh, it was a quick, smooth jog to the top. Like, no, you're not going to make the right decision all the time. And if you're some analytic person who's sitting there trying to perfectly fucking execute, good luck, motherfucker. Because it takes some dings, scratches, kicks in the head to even get there. So do it. Go out and get kicked in the face. I'm telling you what, man, there's something to be said about getting kicked in the fucking face. It will help you clearly define where you're going, because you know, ooh, that way you get a kick in the face. Ooh, that way you kick in the nuts. And then now it's like, well, the only path is this way then. Well, that's clear definition of where you're trying to go. Get out there and get banged up a little bit. That's the biggest thing. Don't sit there and try and hope for the perfect fucking play. Get out there. Even the best football teams, they go out there, they run a couple of fucking dummy plays real quick. Let's hand the ball off to Jim Bob fucking 15 times, and like, yeah, they guys clearly got the run game fucking locked. we're going to switch the game up. Let's throw the ball. Like you understand where, oh man, they're fucking all over the long game. We need to just throw little screen passes and post routes. And that's how we're going to win this game because these guys got the run locked and they got the long bombs locked. Like you had, but they had to go run a couple fucked up plays to understand that. They might have lost the first 2 quarters because of that. And then you wonder how the Buffalo Bills come in the fucking second half and come from 35 points down from the fucking Oilers and then win the game in the second half. It's because they realized and got all that information of how they fucked up in the first half, refigured it out, and in the second half came back going, well, we know what not to do, so we're going to do only what they didn't have, and then bang, they fucking came all the way back and won that game. That's the point. People always wonder, why do these teams come back in the last half and win games after they're severely down? It's because they now have thrown the ball enough ways to understand what not to do. Now all that's left is what to do, right? They can't cover everything because they're only playing a certain angle. So there's something to be said about just getting out there and playing ball. Get out there, throw an interception or two. If you're a football player, get a fucking turnover, get out there, learn. And so for me, again, when I start to doubt myself and I start to set my sights so high that I can't even believe them, a little bit of action helps me believe them that much more. I started talking to Busta Rhymes, started talking to Nicky Jam, J Balvin. He had a meal on the McDonald's fucking, you go through the drive-thru at McDonald's, you could order a J Balvin meal. Talking to him to get AWACS's stuff up on the on some shit and like get these guys to shout us out and like kind of cannibalize their audience a little bit. And it's like these kind of things you start to be able to do when you start to believe in yourself a little bit more. And that raised my belief system like crazy. I'm talking to Busta Rhymes. Like, yeah, if I've already fucked with Snoop Dogg and all these people, but like to currently be talking to some big name guys and realize how accessible they are. That little action of like, just send them the message. At first you're like, no, they're so big. And you just start going, well, there's their message in their DM. Let me just hit them off. Like, yo, I'm willing to hit you off with cheese. And will you hook it up? That little bit of action will raise my belief system when I'm getting hit back saying, yo, what's your budget like? What's your music like? Oh, I checked you out. You guys are slapping. I like what you're doing. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, shit. This whole fucking 10-year journey could turn into fucking 3 months. A little bit of action will help raise your belief system. So I'm just really trying to push that action piece. Not that it's all action. If you don't believe it correctly, you won't even be able to take an action. But my thing is, it's funny. They both go hand in hand. With no action, your belief system is just a belief system. With all action and no belief system, it's just action and you're running yourself in circles. Now you're taking unnecessary action. You have to have a belief system first and then take an action that harmonizes. You have to have two things harmonize with each other, your action and your belief system. There is not one without the other. Whether it's a percentage of training balance scale or not, there's still a portion of each. And without one or the other, I find a lot of people who are like, they're like, I have this belief system, I wanted to do this, and it's been 12 years, and you're like, well, I have the greatest belief. It's like, well, what are you doing wrong? Well, I don't ever actually do anything. Well, there you go. There's your issue. Or you see these guys as like me, I'm fucking an action machine, but I have no belief system. Well, there's your fucking problem. You don't believe. So how can you're taking action, but it's all the wrong action? A guy who's very busy, he could be running in circles. It doesn't mean if you're hauling ass in circles and you want to run in a straight line to the finish line, you have a guy who's doing donuts in the fucking dirt for fucking 3 hours at vigorous speeds. He's never going towards his goal. So there's something to be said about having your actions harmonize with your beliefs. So again, I say if your belief system's down, Take some action that harmonize with your beliefs, and your belief system will go up and help you get closer to where you're trying to go. Again, like I said, in a snippet we'll just chopped up on Instagram, if your actions harmonize with your dreams now become something that you will have and attain. Period. It no longer becomes a dream anymore. It's now a goal and you're going to achieve it. Again, I give all credit to Big Sean for that because he talks about that. I changed my dreams into goals and created an action plan around it, and now it's gonna happen. So there's something to be said about that. Again, I find myself every time I start getting down on myself, I'm going, I just can't believe it. Put some action behind it. It becomes more believable to me because I'm actually doing what the fuck I said I was gonna do. Like, do you not believe that if you put 265 days of your actual plan, that might have been, it might have actually worked?
Yes. So
But 60 is 300 minus 300 fucking days. So again, 2 months of a whole 12 months is not quite the right amount.
exactly
So,
reasons why it didn't happen. So in other
exactly.
words, yes, doing the wrong things will lead to you doing the right things, and doing the right things long enough, doing the right things consistently and long enough is what will lead you down your path of success in your momentum cycle. And that's why, you know, I made this daily takeoff checklist so you can just start having proper tools, t-shirts. So it reminds you of the tools, which is your mind and how to use it. Um, Sharpening your tools. That's why this frequency control show, we're talking about all kinds of stuff, But this is, for me, this is another tool that I use to stay focused on this material and what I'm doing and my actions, and uh, just keep it moving forward, and not ever forgetting what brought us to the table, and that's this information, and working it. Um, Man, so the daily takeoff checklist, it's a tool. So, to help people, sharpen themselves up just to have a nice day. And getting it, but it goes deeper, getting into your main game and your next logical hustles, because those are the main things that are gonna change everything everything for you, is really just clearly defining what you want. uh, have 100% belief you can achieve it. I switched those up too, because, and then getting obsessed with it by thinking about it all the time. Feel good while you're doing it, and the kicker is getting your subconscious to believe you already have it. But that's what these tools are for. That's why you should wear a shirt that reminds you every day. Feel good now. Because, man, I'll tell you what, this world outside this door is not geared to make me feel good now. Matter of fact, it's penetrated every time I open my phone. It's like I need to leave my phone and the internet outside as well, because most of it is just more negative stuff. Man. So you have to have a barrier. You have to be doing things that you can block all of that out and continue down your path of success. And doing the wrong things will lead to you doing the right things. And then you just do those things consistently and long enough, and you'll change your whole life around. And that's why we do this every week, you know, because we used to have phone calls talking about this for hours. Well, we should do this instead of having phone calls so we can start helping other people. And I can't wait just to start impacting people's lives, man, and being like, wow, we impacted a life today, and take this thing to a whole nother level that we didn't even know we could feel. I don't even know how I would feel having that first person that says thank you, because everyone says every man everybody says thank you to the person that's brought this to them. I have, Robert has, you know, and you will as well one day. Thank you guys for this frequency control show, because it will, man. This is gonna impact people's lives, man, and that's exciting.
Yeah,
But
there's something to be said about like having this type of information and understanding that not a lot of people do have this information. It's not like common knowledge to understand this stuff. Like, I mean, I've been years and years in the process of just finally, literally in the like last 9 months, to kind of line it all up together from having a goal or a dream. A dream is just a dream unless you turn it into a goal and create an action plan behind it. But having a dream, turning it into a goal, and then taking the action steps that were what I designed to get to that, and understanding that and how that all plays into itself, and then going out and setting out to do it, and then understanding that like any shortcoming is from an ownership standpoint my fault. The only reason I am not making it there is because of me, because I am the master of my destiny. So understanding that anything that doesn't happen is because of me really helps you understand that, well, that means if I'm the master of my destiny and if everything is my fault, that means now I'm the one with the ultimate control. So you're saying if it is all my fault, that means I have my hands on the steering wheel, meaning I have the ultimate control to get where I'm trying to go. Because if it was someone else's fault, now it's out of my control, meaning my destiny is out of my control. But if it's all my fault, everything is my fault, I take all 100% ownership. I am now, once I accept ownership, 100% in control, meaning I have my hands on the steering wheel, meaning I get to drive this ship. I get to right this ship. I get to navigate this piece and get to where my destination is. And so by taking that ownership and understanding that I'm the master of my destiny and realizing that anything that doesn't happen for me like the way I planned is my fault, it helps me get there much easier. And I noticed it when like say I have plans with my personal business I have going on right now. And I'm like, damn, man, I had a friend stay in town because their snow conditions were all fucked up. And so they stayed in town and recorded at the house. And so, like, everything I had planned for how much financial money I was going to get fell through the little net or whatever, and failed to come into my pocket. And I, at some point, was like, man, this thing just doesn't work. And it's like, no, no, no. What happened was your friend came back into town. You chose to record them, not stick to the script and do your business and raise that money because you didn't do the actual plan you had in place. And that's why the plan didn't work, because you didn't execute the plan. You chose to take an Audible and go, oh, your snow's there? Come on over and record and we'll just hang out. And wondered why you didn't make the same amount of money. And it's like, well, that's your fault. Once I realized that it was my fault I didn't have the extra couple grand that month, I was able to course correct and to make sure that happened correctly the next month. But ownership was huge. The action to align with what my purpose was is massive. So what my point is, whatever you're struggling to believe in, take the action that is what you've planned to get there and make sure that happens 100%. It'll help raise your belief system, and then it's a snowball effect after that. It'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and people will believe in you, and then they'll join forces with you, and you will skyrocket and get a momentum towards wherever it is you're trying to be. It's massive. It has been for me. Taking action towards where I'm going has raised my belief system to where I believe some major shit I couldn't imagine myself believing before. And I've always had these lofty dreams of like something massive. I've wanted something massive my whole life. I've sat there and had the nights where I just dream about Lamborghinis and like what my life looks like. But there was always a sneaky little doubt in my chest where every time I said it, I just had this little like small doubt about it. And taking more action now, I'm like, now it's almost like, duh, no shit, this is gonna happen. I'm taking all the action towards it. Fuck, this is a no-brainer. Lamborghini, I just have already got it, and I just can't wait to drive in that thing. It's coming. Like it's like, but because I'm taking all the action, it's like a no-brainer. If you're doing all the things, then why wouldn't it come? That's absolutely retarded. That's like saying you're gonna win the lottery, but you never buy a lotto ticket. It's a lot easier to believe you're gonna win the lotto if you just go buy a lotto ticket. But you can't believe you're gonna win the lotto if you didn't even buy a lotto ticket to get yourself there. So again, take some action towards what it is your belief or what your dream is you're trying to do, and it'll help raise your belief system to get there. I'm telling you, it's a hack. Get it, do it.
That's all I have.
All right, guys. So that was it was a very very specific, simple subject. It was something that I wanted to present as again a small thing. So when Will says that's all he has, it's legit. It was just it could have been handled in 2 minutes, hell maybe less than that. Again, a simple hack. If you struggle in believing in yourself, take more action that harmonizes with your dream goal, whatever you want to call it. And the more action you take, the larger your belief grows. So, you want to be a doctor? Go apply for the school to be the doctor. Work on getting the money to pay for the fucking school. Take the class, pass the class, whatever it is you're doing. You want to be a fucking plumber? Go apply at a few jobs. So those little actions will help you believe you can actually do it. You want to be a rap star, and you don't rap? Well, get a how to rap book. Go to smartrapper.com, learn how to rap, learn some of that. So whatever it is you're doing, take some sort of action towards it. It will help you believe it because you're taking some sort of action. For instance, sync licensing today, like I was hella focused on like, man, I've submitted to libraries and they're not accepting my shit or not even getting back to me. And I'm trying to get into movies and shows and things of that nature. So today I went and I found a list of like 50 different sync licensing places, and I started going, cool, that's the list that I'll start fucking knocking out and start hitting every one of them up and doing whatever I need to do. And then by the end of it, like I was like, man, I believe that I'm going to be on movies and TV shows that much more. Prior to that, I was like, I'm not sure that is a real believable aspect of what I'm going to be doing. But once I did that and I went to those 50 different libraries, I believe that much more that I'll be on movies and stuff. But before that, I don't know that I believed that much. But after I had 50 libraries and I'm going to hit them all up. I believe that much more now that I have all those destinations to put my music to. I'm going to do that. It's as simple as that. You don't believe in yourself, take more action towards that. If you want to be a track star and you want to throw the javelin fucking 5 million yards, go grab a fucking javelin and start throwing that bitch, you know? But don't sit there and just be, I wish I was the best javelin thrower on earth. And you've never even picked one up. Go pick it up. Or if you are picking it up and you're only doing a half hour after school every day with track practice, stay after track practice and throw that bitch another 100 times. And do that every day. And you'll believe that much more that you'll make it to state and win state. You know, so again, whatever it is you're trying to go for, take some action towards it if you are struggling in your belief. Action Jackson. Again, like, comment, subscribe. We're now on Instagram, Frequency Control Show. Check it out. It should be at Frequency Control Show. Also, link in the description. You can check us out. The daily checkoff sheet is on there. You'll see the link tree. It'll take you to a few different options. One of those that I think is most valuable is the shirt, which is what shirt. And you'll be able to see some positive affirmations and things of that nature. And the shirts, there'll be a way more to come and even better and better. It's only going to get better. Especially now there's a platform for it. Before it was just what shirt by itself, which is literally prior to this whole iteration of anything. What shirt existed before that. So now this is just kind of supporting that same aspect.
Been on the right path years ago.
Way. We've always been on this shit. So we just decided to start showing it to everybody. So again, link in the description. Check it out. Put your email in there and get that daily checkoff sheet, morning blast. It's going to help you start your day off correctly. It's going to really...
You gotta check that out.
There's a lot of tools in there. There's a lot of tools that are going to help you like fill in the blanks. It's interactive and help you.
So you guys can kind of get a little bit more in-depth overview of the things going on in there and a little bit more how to make it more in tune and more personal to yourself. You know, I encourage you to write it out, at least the parts, of course, that you have to, and the who am I, and I would write out that or print it out so you could sign your name to the self-copy.
It's very interactive. So it's going to require you to engage with the material. It's not just read this material and be a sheep. It's how does this pertain to you? You're going to have to actually get into it and make it yours. And that's the dope part about it is it'll make it yours. It's your life. It's your information. It's
Your
not,
success.
yeah.
So
So at the end of the day, it's value, and it'll be streamlined and wrapped around whatever your main thing is. And so that'll be in the description. Download that shit. Give your email. Yes, that email we will probably be sending you more things of value around that. Value driven, maybe just information. It's not like we're trying to sell you on anything.
Mm-mm.
The bottom line is you'll be getting more and more value. As you can see, we've been doing this for a year. We haven't asked for $1. So you know the bottom line is it's just pure value. We only care about getting people out there to believe in themselves, and if everybody believes in themselves, there's that much more wealth in the community.
A lot of stuff.
It's massive. If everybody believes in themselves, this whole world would be that much better. These people that do heinous crimes, if they watched this material and believed in themselves, they would be not doing those things. Guaranteed. You believe in yourself. I don't care what your mental capacity is or you're psycho. You're just going, man, I believe in myself. I want to do greatness. And you're geared a different way. So, again, if we all spread great information to each other, It's just the way to go. As you can see, we're only here to try add value.
The serial killers out there. He's not saying believe in yourself. You'd be a great serial killer.
You could be.
She probably could be, but let's not. You know,
No, I'm
come.
saying serial killers probably wouldn't be serial killers if they believed in themselves and understood they have value. You
Let's
know,
say they're a serial killer.
no, a lot of serial killers are super smart ass people, and
You're a
they may have a way to stop global warming or stop. I mean, you never know, man. I'm just saying, they're out there thinking they're valuable, and they have value. You have less trench coat kids. You have less of all this stuff because people start to pick themselves up and go, I have value.
yeah, from a young age,
Yeah, man, I'm telling
man.
you, this
Yeah,
is valuable. We're out here just saying, man, believe in yourself. The whole goal of this fucking whole show is believe in yourself. You are the master of your destiny. Go do something great. That's all we're saying. Go do something great. You can do it. Here's some tools to make sure you go do something great. Serial killer, Nazi, whatever the hell it is you are, somebody who's already a great person, you will change your whole angle if you believe you can achieve greatness. You know what I mean? Like it could be anything. You could be the most sour human on earth, but if you believe in yourself and you believe you can add value, I think it'd change a lot of fucking lives, man.
well, it would.
And that's what we're here for. So again, when we offer you the daily checkoff sheet, it's not from a sales perspective or anything of that nature. It's strictly value. Read it. It's amazing. There's more than just a daily checkoff. There's things about letting yourself know you're an amazing human. There's things about knowing the score. I'm pretty sure that's in there, right?
Yeah, I took it out.
Oh,
I
never mind.
took
That's
it
something new
out.
you'll get.
Yeah, I took that out along with an exercise too.
That's good. That's good. You guys will get some extra shit. So it'll help you be more focused. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, either way, there's a lot of value in it. Um, check it out. It's as simple as your email. I mean, what's the big deal? It's not like we're trying to sell you $1 million thing. It's just like, here you go. We're going to offer you some more great information. Get connected with our audience so that YouTube goes away. We're still connected to you. We could be on a new Vimeo. We could be on, you know, Wisteria platform. All these different but still be able to say, hey guys, we're still here.
That new platform's coming soon, by the way.
Which one?
Uh, a new one.
Oh, you can't tell us?
Not yet.
Oh, Will's got a new platform. He's going to have a server farm,
We're all going to be able to
billions of dollars.
just get away from, uh, just start separating ourselves from these people that are
Billions of billions of dollars worth of server farms that will be able to access and hold all this information. Will's going to do it. See, this is the proof.
I don't know how.
He doesn't know how. It's just going to happen.
Don't
So,
know why.
so that may be a little while, but until then,
We don't know
here
how
we
long.
are.
So I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing.
Will's gonna pull together $10 billion for a server farm, and we're gonna have our own video platform. It could happen. This is why you just gotta believe. We don't know how. It sounds wild, but I like the fact that he just keeps reaching for something wilder and wilder. But as long as he takes action to harmonize with what the hell he's saying right
I
now,
have an idea, man, to just a new way for people to communicate.
yeah, he's got a new way, and we're gonna make that happen. So, like, comment, subscribe.
You're gonna be there the whole way.
Yes. And you're going to see him bring this to fruition. He's going to have his own thing happening. He'll let you know somewhere, hopefully in the near future. And right now, to help you guys do and achieve bigger and better things, link in the description. Go ahead and click that daily checkoff sheet.
Check it out.
Check it out. It's going to be amazing. It's a great tool. I know it for a fact. When I don't use it, I have a haywire day. When I do use it, I've got a great day. So it's almost like, no, I got to get going. I don't have time to fucking meditate and go through all this shit. I need to get my day cracking because I'm an
Yeah.
action guy. And then it fucks my whole day up. And so then I do the daily checkoff sheet, basically loosely around what I've already done because I've been doing that for 2 years. And man, I have a great day. So again, you guys have a great evening, great day, whatever time it is, the day, wherever you're at. This is the Frequency Control Show. I'm Rob to the motherfucking DOGG. That's Willie Stride right there. Again, thank you for showing up. If you did, if it's 5 years from now and this is 2021 and this 2025, thank you. It don't matter. It's still good information no matter what century we're in. Again, link in the description. Daily